Right now, there's probably something you should be doing instead of watching this video. Maybe it's work, studying, replying to that email you've been avoiding for 3 days, but instead, you're here watching another productivity video hoping this one finally fixes you. And honestly, I get it, because procrastination feels terrible. Not just because you're avoiding the task, but because your brain never lets you enjoy avoiding it. You're scrolling TikTok, watching YouTube, playing games, but in the background there's this constant guilt whispering, you should be doing something else right now. That's why procrastination usually isn't laziness. Lazy people don't care. Procrastinators care too much. If you were truly lazy, you'd avoid work peacefully. But procrastinators avoid work while mentally torturing themselves the entire time. And this happens because there's a battle going on inside your brain between two systems. You have the prefrontal cortex, the rational part responsible for planning and long-term thinking. And then you have the limbic system, the emotional survival brain that wants comfort, stimulation, and immediate relief from discomfort. One side says, we should probably start the assignment now, while the other says, yeah, but opening YouTube would feel amazing right now. Unfortunately, the emotional brain is older and stronger. Your brain evolved to keep you alive, not productive. So when something feels difficult, your brain often interprets it as a threat. That's why even thinking about work can make you feel exhausted before you've started. Your brain isn't asking, will this help me in 6 months? It's asking, does this feel good right now? And if the answer is no, it immediately searches for escape routes. That's why procrastination is emotional regulation more than time management. You're not avoiding the task itself. You're avoiding the feeling the task creates. Maybe the work feels overwhelming. Maybe you're scared of failing. Maybe you're scared of trying your hardest and still not being good enough. Or maybe your brain simply thinks TikTok is more stimulating than spreadsheets. Either way, your brain learns that avoiding the task creates temporary relief, and that relief becomes addictive. The second you say, I'll do it later, your anxiety drops slightly. Your brain rewards the delay, which is why procrastination becomes a loop. The crazy part is your brain genuinely believes future you will magically feel more motivated, even though tomorrow you'll be the same person having the exact same argument. Motivation rarely appears first. Action creates motivation far more often than motivation creates action. Modern technology makes this even worse. Your phone is basically a dopamine machine engineered to hijack your attention. Every notification, scroll, and short-form video overstimulates your brain, making normal work feel painfully slow by comparison. Studying can't compete with apps designed by billion-dollar companies to keep you addicted. So how do you stop procrastinating? First, stop relying on willpower. Reduce friction instead. Put your phone in another room. Delete apps you constantly escape into. Make distraction harder to access. Second, make tasks smaller. Most procrastination happens because your brain exaggerates how painful starting will be. Writing one sentence feels manageable. Cleaning one plate feels manageable. Momentum matters more than intensity. And finally, stop turning procrastination into your identity. You are not fundamentally broken or destined to waste your life scrolling at 1 a.m. You simply developed habits and emotional patterns that can be changed. Because honestly, beating procrastination isn't about becoming some perfect productivity machine. It's about learning how to tolerate discomfort long enough to begin. Once you start, most of the resistance disappears. The hardest part is almost never the work itself. It's the battle beforehand.